Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another My Sims 4 wishlist video. So you may remember a previous entry in the series had me talking about changes I'd like to see made to the main menu screen. And this one is kind of a follow-up to that, except instead of it being about the main menu, I'm going to be talking about Create a Sim, one of my favorite aspects of this game. And what I'm asking for here is one specific feature, which is the ability to change the background of the Create a Sim screen. And this is something that actually is really high up on my wish list. As silly as that may sound, this feature would go a long way for me. The reason why a lot of content creators, including myself, have a different background from the default gradient is because having the screen being one color, such as white or green, makes it way easier to take pictures of our Sims for video thumbnails, so that like when we go into Photoshop we can easily use the magic wand to isolate our Sims for the background. It's just so much easier. And since The Sims has a variety of different players, I think it'd be great to address content creators by making it easy to switch between background screens in-game without having to download mods and then having to close and reopen the game whenever you want to change things up. For example, for normal gameplay, I downloaded one background that makes the background into a room, and then for creating thumbnails, I switch out to a plain, less aesthetically pleasing white background. And even if you don't create content using The Sims, it's still nice to have the option to be able to change it up, simply because you're bored of the same old one all the time. Even more for those who don't want to use mods at all. And for me, it's also annoying when I go to simply just play the game off camera and then I go into Create a Sim, and then I realize, oh crap, I forgot to switch out my mod files so that the room background is in there for the normal gameplay instead of it still being the white one. And then it's just like, I mean, it doesn't take too long to switch out, but still, it's annoying. It's still annoying enough to have to go out of the game and then go back in. It just breaks the flow of things. So how do I think this feature should be implemented? Well, I think it's a pretty obvious thing to have as a free update for everyone. And how I think it would actually work is that you would go into Create a Sim and there would be a new button to the left of the Save button. And when you click on that, there'd be a little picker that comes up where you can choose from a variety of different backgrounds. You'd have like the default gradient, you'd have some different color gradients, you'd have some plain ones like white or green, and maybe even some more involved ones like the room background that I've shown off already. And I know there's a decent amount of people who don't like this circular blob below the feet, so there'd also be a checkbox as to whether to have that in or not. And then once you've chosen your favorite background and whether you want the blob or not, you would hit a check mark and then the whole screen fades out and maybe takes like a few seconds, and then the screen fades back in with your desired changes. Of course, there would be mod support as well, so you can still continue using the ones that you've downloaded too, but you'll just have more options and not have to close and reopen the game. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Not a giant game changer, but still one of those things that, while not really that big of a change, I think it would go a long way. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below if you really like this idea and want to see it in the game. And if you have any other ideas that you'd like to see with changing the Create a Sim user interface, I'd love to hear them. Like, I know one other kind of side note is that I wonder if the tattoos should be relocated to some other part of the UI, because I know, me personally, I often forget tattoos are a thing in the game in the first place, so not many of my Sims use them because of that. So maybe it would be better if tattoos were just located on a different button, or just like as their own entire section, like with shirts and outfits and pants. And I'm going to wrap up this My Sims 4 wishlist video here, so be sure to leave a like or a comment or even subscribe, because it lets me know that you like my channel and my videos, and it helps you keep up to date more easily with the latest content from me. I do videos on The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more, so I will talk to you all later, and have a great day! Thanks for watching!